at the festival of marketing where marketing conversations drive business outcomes. We have with us Mr. Zoher Kapuswala. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Kapuswala.
Thank you.
Having you here. Okay. I want to ask you about the marketing spends this year and their outlook. We are hearing that this year there's a global economic slowdown. While we are seeing some resistance in the global economy, and India specifically, reports are saying it's the bright spot. When you think about India and the outlook of budget spends, how much are we spending on ads this year?
See, I will first give you some data points, and the first data point is India is the 5th largest economy in terms of GDP on a global spend point of view. But when we take advertising spend point of view, we are 8th. So there's still scope for growth. Second thing, I would say that India is unlike other countries which are export economies. We are a consumption driven economy, so that whatever is happening is because of consumption in house, so we are less impacted by the global cues around. The third thing is we have a huge population, 1.3 billion odd people, and the entire demographic and the upbringing of middle class and the people are evolving from the below poverty line. So that is adding to the entire consumption dynamics which is there. Also, there are a lot of global trends with internet and social media. So consumption, our penetration for all our products are very limited. So consumption is bound to go up. And according to, if consumption is going up, businesses are doing well, GDP is doing well, why will advertising shy away from investing? So that's, I would say that, I think so it's a long shot. I believe India is, I believe McKinsey and multiple people have said it's the century for India. So consumption will happen, business will happen, and accordingly advertising also as a business will grow in India.
So will it be, will we see similar kind of growth that we saw last year, or will we see some incremental value in that also?
See, I'll tell you, it is the only thing, see, I'll tell you, we had an accelerated last couple of growth years post-COVID. There might be a year of a minor correction, because it normally happens with all economies that when you grow extremely rapid, there's 1 year of a blip, but on a long-term basis, it is bound to accelerate and maybe grow at a good rate, because there is a gap. There are brands which are yet to be launched, many brands, many categories, many consumption need states are yet to be entered in by the consumer, and that I believe will keep on progressing as we go forward. So definitely, if India is poised to be the 3rd largest economy in the future, why not the 3rd largest ad spend globally? So that's the equation according to me. So that's an accelerated path. So from a GDP from 5th position to 3rd position, advertising spends from 8th position to the 3rd position. So that is something which will happen.
Right. When we talk about the digital space, it is becoming the mainline, mainline right now, and we saw a huge growth in it in the last year, and we saw TV growing, we saw print also growing. When we talk about FY24, what would your outlook be for TV and print specifically?
I would say that a new medium added does not gives a marketeer more options. It does not anyway impact what do we say, a particular medium, because they are niche states. And niche states which the brand has to play on. For example, if I am going for a mass distributed brand, if I am going for a product which is family consumed, TV proves to be a very good medium, because there's 95% of the TV households are single TV household. There's still a lot of co-viewing which happens, and it allows me to get into the hinterland. Co-viewing has happening, and the families can adopt a product together as a thing which is there. If I'm talking of product with niche, which are very limited, which are geography, demographically very limited, then digital gives me the flexibility of activating those brands in that particular pockets. So digital is a more flexible medium, and I believe digital gives a more flexibility for brands to incubate. So you start earlier. There was a big cost of entry.
Yeah.
The cost of entry was technology. Was cost of entry was advertising. Now with digital, you can start small. You can build your particular niche pockets, and then you can scale up, maybe with TV or maybe with even with big properties on digital. So it depends on the brand, I would say. So today, if I believe this question was asked to me when TV came in, and people were asking, post TV coming in, who will you read the newspaper? But we see the newspaper still thriving in the country.
Yeah.
And even the new brand, digital brands like Amazon, Flipkart, all of them, they use print and TV as a medium to drive traffic to their portals. So those are things which I would say.
So things are basically not replicating as they've been happening in the West when we talk about print. The consumption in India is still growing.
Yes.
Moving on to another buzzword these days, AI. It is affecting all the sectors. Where do you think its effect in marketing and for marketers? We are hearing that it might also be, it might create the role of a marketer as redundant going forward. I mean, these are the speculations at this point in time. What is your view?
So I will take your question in two parts, and I'll address the second part first, which is role of the marketer first, and then I will say where does AI play in marketing. So first is with technology, data, with so many trends being, means as a marketer right now is the best time, because you have a lot of data, you have a lot of access to tools right now, so you are able to make right decision making on brands. Now the other thing is that with this particular amount of data flow which is there, they are noise, there's fads, there are trends, and there are mega trends. Now you definitely need a marketeer to find out what is what. And I believe the role of a CMO becomes even more pivotal, saying that how do you distinguish between these 2 points? Because if you start spending money on everything, on fads or maybe on noise, you will do nothing to your brand will never get built. And to have efficiencies of spend, CMO roles will become even more pivotal going forward for the future, so that the right elements are highlighted and the right trends are betted on, and they are what do you say, activated for the consumers.
So no job loss there?
I don't think so there's any job loss. It is a change. AI, and I will answer your second question right now, that what will AI do? AI and big data management, I'll take both of them together, is, I would say that there was a dream of marketing called mass customization. And mass customization is two opposite words together. One is mass, which means for everyone, and customization is personalized to you. So these are two opposite words which are together, which I believe was a dream for a marketer, but it's now possible that you can customize your communication to multiple cohorts, multiple personalities which are existing in the universe, multiple languages, multiple geographies, multiple demographics. So all those things will be there. And marketing right now, which was one TV copy, is already moved away from one TV copy to multiple TV copies and multiple digital contents, will move to even more multiple digital contents and multiple copies, so that particular consumer, if he has a particular persona, I am able to dial up that particular persona accordingly. So marketing, which was one activation, will become 1,000 activations or maybe 50 activations, and the role of marketing will be there. AI will be a tool to read the data signals, to activate the multiple copies or the multiple content strategy which I am going to do. AI will be one of the tools which our marketing team will use, and the faster you use the tool, the better it is. I would say that.
Moving towards another very important topic these days, the green future, sustainability. Where do you think the marketers and can help in that future in driving purpose and sustainability?
Purpose and sustainability is, means of course means we know consumers are becoming aware. They have information on all particular products on their on their on their cell phone. They are becoming more and more aware. What do we say? Consumption with the right ethos is one of the key proposition what consumers follow, and all companies are also going towards that direction, reducing their plastic footprint, reducing their sustainability sourcing of their particular thing. So this is something I believe all corporations like Ferrero corporations, which are there existing in the India environment, are growing, and they are putting in more and more efforts to ensure that sustainability is a part, and environment is a part of it, and brands with a purpose is something which we would want to drive, because otherwise today as technologies are I would quote the Porter's 5 forces model, the barriers to entry, there were 2 key barriers to entry. One was technology, market, and advertising spends. Now technology is no longer a barrier. Anybody can make a product. Till the brand, if your brand doesn't has a purpose, it is easier to copy. The brand has a pure purpose. I would prefer this brand because I resonate with the purpose of the brand. And building brands with a purpose is of paramount importance in today's world.
Purpose will become the differentiator going forward.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, a lot of optimism from your end in the field of marketing. What would you want to advise the young marketers who will be watching this? What should they be looking out for in the future?
So I would say that a couple of things. I would say that whatever data signals you have, yes, read the data signals, but always be connected. The personal connection with the consumer, personal connection with shopper, personal connection with the retailer is of paramount importance, because they know they can means okay, data gives you numbers, but to decode that particular data you need to put a lens of the consumer, the shopper and the retail. Then only you will be able to decode that particular data. So I would say stay connected to the ground and not be in the ivory tower, and that's my recommendation to the thing. And be open rather than saying that some technology is or any new trend is good, not good. I would say it's always try it out. Means we need to be open towards innovation, and that's.
And trends are also transitionary. They don't stay long as well. Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Mr. Kapuswala, for joining us here.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
Perfect. Thank you. Perfect. Thank you.